it was like the vintage mother load. So I like loaded up my cart. Hi Foxes, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brittany. I am SHOPFOXBURROW on Poshmark, Instagram, and Etsy. And today I have a little haul video for you. So I went to Goodwill. I've been once before and I didn't really find anything new, like they hadn't put anything out, and that's what I'd been hearing from people in my area, is that they weren't putting stuff out. But I went ahead and went again, and it was like the vintage mother load. So I like loaded up my cart. I had so much stuff. And I got some really good 80s and 90s pieces, and I asked on Instagram if you guys wanted to see a haul, and the general consensus was yes, 100%. We would like to see a haul, so I went ahead and set that stuff aside for you. I haven't been through it since the day that I bought it, so it'll kind of be a fun surprise. Most of the stuff I already know, you know, what I'm going to be pricing at, but for a couple of pieces, they're a little bit outside of what I normally pick up, so I want to do some research. So to kind of add in a learning element to this haul, what I'm going to do is at the end, I'm going to choose 3 pieces, and I'm going to go through and do some research and show you how I decide what I am going to price these pieces at, so you can get a little bit of vintage pricing research firsthand. Before I get started on this haul, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you like fashion or reseller content, please do consider subscribing, and you can turn on the notifications if you want to be notified when I put out new videos. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below to let me know what your favorite piece from this haul was. So let's just go ahead and dive right into the haul, and I am going to scoot back a smidge so I can show you guys what I picked up, and you'll be able to see more of the pieces. This one was a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, and this is probably a piece I'm going to need to do some research on. Okay, now that I've finally gotten this to sort of resemble what it's supposed to look like, this is a 100% silk vintage 2-piece set, and it has large shoulder pads. It is by this brand Jillian, which I have no idea what that brand is, but it's just kind of like a tropical print. It's got these monstera leaves. It came with a large statement belt with a brass buckle that was hammered brass, which I thought was pretty cool, and it just came with a simple pencil skirt with an elastic waist, and the elastic is a little crispy, but you know, honestly, I just bought it for the top, and this piece was $8 for the 2-piece set, so I thought that was really cool. I don't sell a lot of 2-piece sets. I don't sell a lot of silk, so I'm going to do a little bit of research on this one. So next up, this is not actually a vintage piece. It is by Calvin Klein, but it is this beautiful black maxi dress. It's in this black velvet burnout material. It's so pretty, fully lined, and this velvet is so nice. It's either rayon or silk velvet, but I have not been able to find a materials tag on it, and it is a size 6. I paid $8 for this one too. Again, not a brand that I usually pick up, but when I fall in love with the piece, the brand is not going to stop me from picking it up. I was excited to find a couple of 80s dresses. This is an Alison Blair dress, and it's just got this like watercolor floral print. It has a tie waist and a button-up back, and a nice like midi length skirt. So this type of dress is just really popular right now. Those like 80s florals are just good. And I've been looking for them, but they're very hard to find nowadays. Not as easy as they once were. This I ended up getting because it was new with tags, and it's a size large. It's by a brand called Parsons Place, which I haven't heard of, and it's actually a full button front midi skirt with elastic at the back. And I just thought that that was cute. Button front skirts are doing really well right now. They kind of go with that cottagecore aesthetic. This piece is modern. It's just Van Heusen's studio, but it's an XXL, and I just loved this print. It almost reminds me of Japanese shibori, but yeah, just really cool. And I liked the boxy shape and the contrasting like pocket. I waffled back and forth on this one, but ended up getting it because it is a plus size, and I am definitely trying to carry more extended sizes in my Poshmark closet. So this is just a sort of shift shirt style dress with a collared neckline, and I wouldn't have gotten it if it didn't have this matching belt, but I think when you add the belt it will cinch in the waist and it will look really cute and fit a variety of different figures. So I did like that. It does have shoulder pads, and this print looks a little loud on the camera, but when you get up close it's really nice. It's got this magenta, pink, teal to it. It's very pretty. This is another vintage skirt. This one is by JOSA Bank. And it's just got this reminds me of pansies, just the colorway. You see a lot of these colors when you go to buy pansies at the store. And this one actually has buttons down the side. Let's see, here we go. So that's the side, and it's pleated, but it's also nice and full. And it's just kind of that dark floral with like a border print down here at the bottom. And I just really liked that color palette. The next one I will not list until fall, so in a month. I start listing all of my fall stuff in August. September is a really big month for me, and people are always looking for autumn themed stuff in August. They want to be prepared for the cozy. So this is by Kalita. It's just a more or less no-name brand, and it is, I believe, from the late 60s or early 70s. I'll have to date the garment tag, but since it is all blue, I believe it's on the earlier side, and it is just a maxi plaid skirt, and I just loved that it had pink and purple in it, so that really caught my attention. And I love a good plaid maxi skirt. The next piece was modern, but I am loving a good jumpsuit right now. This is just a solid black 9 West jumpsuit. The buttons for it are down the side, which I thought was an interesting detail. And it's just like a wide leg black jumpsuit in like that stretchy sort of knit material, but I think that's going to be really cute, and I should be able to model it because it is about my size. Next up is a blazer from the 1970s. This is by a brand that I quite enjoy called Act 3, and this is, hopefully it doesn't make the screen go crazy, a black velvet blazer. And it's got a very 40s style to it. So it's got a very nipped in waist, the open pockets here, and just like that very sharp shape. I'm very sorry for the camera going crazy. And then like the slight puff shoulder here. So I thought that was great. I believe it is just a velveteen, which is a cotton cotton velvet, but just really cute little blazer. And since fall is coming up, what better time to buy a blazer? So this is one of the first of many pairs of 80s acid wash jeans that I found. They were all together, but this is by the brand Stefano, And this is a vintage size 14. And it's just got lace panels down the side. And on this one, the lace is not sheer, but on some of the other ones it is. And it has that tapered leg and just like authentic vintage distressing. You just don't get that kind of look. It's got a completely distressed waistband. And just that, like, that acid washed look. I just think these are awesome, and I'm gonna have to do some research to decide how I want to price these, because I feel like they are probably pretty rare and probably pretty desirable. The next pair of acid washed jeans was this, also by Stefano, also size 14. These, they lace up the front and the back, and they have that tapered leg. And they're just cool. They're just like ultra high rise. Like this is like at your rib cage here. And then it has a zipper on the side to get in and out of. Yeah, but I'm just really excited about these and getting them up in my closet. The next pair is by the same brand. This one is also a size 14. And this has more lace panels down the side, but these are sheer, so when you go to wear them, you can see skin through the panels on the side. And there are these little circles. It's on both sides. Again, just like ultra high rise. I tried some of these on and they are like above the belly button. But these are just great. I'm in love with these pants that I got. The next pair was one of the first pairs that I saw. Just so cool. Same brand, same size. Obviously it came from one donation, so we're just all out together. And this one has these cool interlocking just like side panels. I mean, this is just the type of stuff that like Anthropologie and Free People, and they just like buy this stuff so that they can recreate it in their new looks, and it's just amazing. The kind of cool ingenuity of 80s denim. So I'm very excited about these, and these are a very light wash. These are less of like an acid wash and more of like a very faded, like bleached wash. That does it for my first bag, so I'm gonna go get my second bag. So this is a vintage skirt by Talbots. I picked this one because it is a size 18. I am trying to expand the sizes in my closet, but it's just a really soft denim with a wrap style front. And you can get a little bit of peekaboo leg if you wanted to. It's just that wrap style. Another denim skirt. This one is an LL Bean. It is vintage. Here is the old LL Bean label, and you can tell that's just completely washed off. It is another wrap style skirt, except this one has multiple buttons down the side, and it has pockets over here. And I just think that this little midi type of skirt is perfect for pretty much any season, so I'm excited about that. This one I'm excited about too. This is a vintage 70s denim look pinafore that is fitted at the waist, so this comes up to like just underneath the boobs, and it's got pockets and it's got that button front with the overall straps and the A-line sort of skirt. I think this one will go pretty quickly. This is a style that is sort of recreated by ModCloth and other pinup brands. And actually, let me show you the label. It is by Jackie O. Alright. These are vintage LA Blues, size 16, conductor shorts. And just how cool is that striped denim, ultra high rise, got that big waistband in the back, nice pockets, got a good like 5-inch inseam here so they're not riding up, and that is a high rise, baby. I was so excited to find those. These are by Main Street Blues. They are 96% cotton and 4% spandex. They are made in the USA. They are vintage. Actually, let's see what size these are. Size H8, whatever that means. So I'll just have to measure them, but they definitely seem on the, like, I would say like large, possibly extra large size. And nice pockets, and these have like a sort of, it's not really a tapered leg, but I think if I roll the cuffs on these and then style this high-waisted with a belt, I think these are going to be really cute. And just a nice cream color with that elastic waist so it can fit a variety of sizes. This one I think is going to come down to the styling, because if I just did a flat lay of this, I don't think they would sell well. But if I manage to style it in a cute and modern way, I think these will sell quickly. I'm loving the white denim, so I picked up another pair. These are modern, but they are size 16, and you'll know why I picked them up. They are very much like my favorite jean brand, Driftwood, just a really cute embroidery. They miraculously did not have any stains on them, which I couldn't believe, but I checked them over pretty carefully. And the embroidery is in wonderful condition. I don't know that these have been worn. There was another pair by this brand that was new with tags, but they were just plain white, and I wanted the embroidered white. So these are called the Boho Skinny Ankle. I have sold an embroidered pair of these jeans before, and I know that I sold them for at over 25, I think. So I think it was closer to like in the 30s, but those are going to be a good addition. Another pair of striped conductor jeans. These are by Gitano, which is a great like 80s jeans brand. These are a size 16, 100% cotton, made in Egypt. So it's just stuff like that that is cool, lets you know it's quality. And I think these are going to be a pretty quick mover. The size is good, the style is good, and the material is great. So this one, I thought it was kind of neat. I recognized this label, but I didn't know where from. It says Snack, S-N-A-K. And it has these little, let's see if I can show you, just these little like people on it. And it's a quilted cotton blazer. So just a different sort of style. I just thought that this was pretty cool. It's got the lapels. This is actually an old Anthropologie brand, so it does have that 66170 RN number. I'll see if I can find the style name for this one. I think it's gonna be a more rare piece, but we will see. I didn't pay too much for it, so I thought that it was a cool little pickup. So the next one is a pair of the Stefano jeans that I decided to keep. These are super high rise, and they have panels down the side, but they are these little mesh hearts, and the mesh hearts are see-through, and then it has a matching panel on the back pocket. So these are just super cute. They fit me. I'm sure eventually I will sell them, but for right now they are keepers. Some of the other jeans might be keepers too. I haven't tried them on, so I don't know yet. The next one is a vintage eyelet dress. It is something that is pretty typical. I mean, I feel like you would be able to find this in a modern store pretty easily, but I've been doing really well with white dresses recently. This is the tag here. I'm going to say this is probably from the 90s. It is 100% cotton, and one of the reasons that I picked it up is that it was made in the USA. So I do love American-made clothing. I just think that the quality is very nice, and this one has a few little tiny yellow spots on it. Like, You see right there, just like really small little spots I'm gonna try and get out. Okay, last item is another 80s floral. I was happy to find this one. The brand is Kamisato, Gary Rourke. And it is just this little sweetheart neckline, full skirt with the classic 80s downward yoke at the waist. Loved the floral pattern on this. Again, these dresses are very popular. That whole cottagecore vibe, just that English countryside, Laura Ashley loving people. They're coming for this. So, very cute. And that does it for this Goodwill haul. But from going to finding absolutely nothing, and it was all the same stuff as it had been in February, to being able to find all of this really great like 80s and 90s vintage, I was very happy. Happy to load up my cart. I did also pick up a couple of home pieces, but those are for me and not a part of this video. So I am going to show researching the snack top, the blazer from Anthropologie, the silk two-piece set, and the Stefano jeans with the lace down the side, and that is just going to give me a little bit better idea how to price those things, and you can come along with me if you want to stick around for the rest of the video. Okay, so with this being a more modern piece, I am just going to go ahead and start on Poshmark to do my research. So I am just going to type in snack Anthropologie blazer and see what comes up. I think I see it. Okay, so we have a couple of them, maybe not as rare as I had hoped. There is one for 30, one for 18. I don't see anyone with the name of it, so I'm going to go to sold. And here's one sold for 29. And yeah, only one sold. So I really think that this one, in order to sell this for a decent price, it's going to come down to styling it and taking a good picture. Now I'm going to try to find out the Anthropologie name of it on Google. So I'm going to type in snack quilted jacket Anthropologie. Let's see what comes up. It is very possible that this is an Anthropologie piece from before their website, so back when they were exclusively cataloged, because I'm not really seeing a lot of snack pieces on here, and the only one that I saw with a stock photo on here, they were catalog photos. So yeah, this one is from 2000, so this would actually make this piece vintage, which means that I could also list it on Etsy. But yeah, that's going to be before the internet era, and I'm probably not going to find the Anthropologie name for that piece. Now, given pricing, this one being sold at $29, I will probably be pricing mine somewhere around $34 to $38, and just taking a better picture than these pictures and making sure I get a close-up of the cute little design of the characters that is on the jacket and styling it if I can. Alright, pardon my voice today. I'm having an allergy attack, so that's always fun. So for the vintage items, I just went to Etsy and decided to start my search there. I have looked up Stefano jeans to kind of see like what else is out there. And you can see here some teal ones for 30. Here's some super high-waisted ones for 62. Let's see. I've got some. These are kind of interesting. This has lace up, like tie up details up the front. That's 38. $8, but they're on sale from $50. These have cutout sides and they were $75. These have a bow leg. They were $46. I also get to consider that mine are a little bit of a larger size. They're about a size 10 modern, which I don't like to price up, but at least I don't have to price down because they're super tiny. These ones with the black lace here are $68, so definitely some really cool pieces. And right about in line with what I was thinking. I was thinking about 75 to 78. And I think I'll probably go between 60 and 80 because I do tend to price up a tiny bit because I have sales and take offers on Poshmark. Jillian silk 2-piece. I do already kind of see some results here, but I am going to specify that I am looking for vintage only. And let's see what we've got here. So here's one 2-piece set for $82 with free shipping. And that's kind of all I see aside from this other 2-piece set here. Let's see if they have a tag. These are by Saint Jillian, so it's a little bit different. So that didn't give me the answer I was looking for, so I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to type in Jillian vintage silk 2-piece set. Okay. I'm going to go to images. I wonder if it is the same designer, St. Jillian, or not. Like if they just updated their label. What I'm going to do is go to the Vintage Fashion Guild. Let's see if this designer is listed. So I'm going to go over here to the label resource. Type in Jillian. And it does not show up. So back to Google. Type in St. Jillian designer. Rabbit hole trying to figure out if Jillian and St. Jillian are two separate lines or they're two of the same that were perhaps like rebranded. I am on Ruby Lane right now, which is another vintage selling website, and this has the same label as mine, and it is definitely like the same sort of aesthetic, and it does have the matching belt, and that one is listed for $85. This person does say that Jillian was started, by Kay Unger, but that was the St. Jillian line. That it became the Jillian group, and the bold color combinations and quality fabrics were consistent with their trademarks, and that they closed in 1995. So I'm definitely going to say that this is part of that like St. Jillian family. And I did find this cool ad, and it definitely seems like the same aesthetic. So after deciding that it is part of St. Jillian, I ended up going to Etsy and typing in Jillian silk and sorting it out by vintage. And you're definitely seeing like a variety of price points here, but a lot of them are over that $50-ish price point. As we start to scroll down, you see 58, 54, 54, 90, 80, 77, then you've got 50, and you've got a couple that are over 100, like this one at 125 and this one at 125. So I feel pretty comfortable in that $70 to $80 price. Okay everyone, I hope that the pricing portion of this video was helpful for you, and I hope that you enjoyed this haul. I love doing these hauls for you and showing you what I picked up, and I hope that you enjoy it too. and I will see you next week for my next video. I am posting every Tuesday and Thursday around 5 p.m. Eastern, so I hope that you will check back, and you can follow me on Instagram at SHOPFOXBURROW for more updates, and I will see you next time.